from a nickel to a dime to 15 cents. You know what I mean? And it was less of an increase percentage wise. And I honestly, I don't think that it would be that hard.
Okay.
Okay. I would like since we've had such trouble and all I've got is basically a knife. I'd like to buy a gun in the week.
Okay, hold on. All right. So, um,
Sorry.
I'll let you. What is it? A 45, or was it a? No, it was.
Yeah, the 45 revolver. It's $40.
All right. So you both have $10 on you. Um, so you end up at this warehouse,
I have
and the outskirts of
$28.
town. Um, it's up to you guys how you want to approach this.
Okay.
So far, it's a vacant lot. There's no cars in the place.
All right, here's the thing, Albert. We gotta make sure that we're doing things a little bit smarter than before. And I know that it's kind of my fault. There was no real reason to start hitting people with the knucks and such. But it was a good time, and those guys, I think they were probably up to no good. But
They
let's.
were up to no good. They started it.
Did you guys carpool, or did you come here separately?
I've got
I
my own
think that we
car.
probably. I think we probably met somewhere away from there and then drove there together, though.
Yeah,
And I would
probably not in the
imagine that
van this
Albert
time.
probably didn't allow it to be in the van, but there was
Yeah.
definitely an argument about it. And
Yeah, definitely.
So
Like
you
the
got.
van's super fucking easy to spot and already
did
has
Albert
had shit
concede to
happen.
letting Jimmy bring at least one joint with?
Yeah, if it's just a joint.
All right. I mean, obviously, it isn't just a joint because it's Jimmy Tulip. And so, but I don't think he
What
would
do
go
you
that
have
far.
stored in your orifice slot?
In my prison pocket.
In your flesh sack.
Well, anywho, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we take a quick cruise around, the parking lot. We make sure that there's nobody in any of the parked cars or anything like that. And then I guess we fucking wait.
Works for me.
Because I
I'll
mean, they're
drive
not gonna
around.
have any like fucking snipers or anything like that, like in the movies. You don't think, do you?
Albert's just quiet and drives around the block. He
Well,
doesn't
anyway, man,
say anything.
you ever, that fucking time? Oh shit, that was just last week. Anyway, so I fucking ran into Lil Polly's fucking main squeeze. What the fuck is her name? Chantel or something like that. But anywho, she said that Polly got fucking
No, no,
pinched.
no, no, no. It's chanterelle, like the mushroom.
Who cares? It'll be a new bimbo next week. But anywho, what I was saying was though, he got fucking pinched. He got busted with a couple of joints and maybe a little bit of extra reefer. And I mean, who's to say if it wasn't laced with a little bit of blow?
It was yours, wasn't it?
I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it was mine.
Well, with any luck, he'll be out in a week, maybe two. They can't make shit stick to him.
Roll
Paulie's
perceptions
got some stripes
while you're
or
driving around this.
stripes. Yeah, he's got two stripes.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what stripes means.
Oh, he's thinking of strikes, but Jimmy's an
Oh,
idiot.
okay. I get it now. I got a 5. Wait,
Okay.
wait, no, 4. Sorry.
What'd you get, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I rolling?
Perception,
While you're
which you
driving around this
apparently
building.
failed.
Yeah, boy. Perception is a +0. Okay. Sorry, it's gonna take me a little while to figure out this fucking character sheet again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading
I
it
did
Yeah,
like
I
as
as
failed
well.
when
miserably
I
with a
when I
9.
when I sat down tonight to start this game, I thought, what is anything? Like, where's all my stuff stashed? How do you play? Like, I don't remember anything. So neither of you noticed what I intended you for, but are you just gonna park and head on in then?
Is it like a parking garage?
It's just an old warehousey building. It's not huge, but it's probably I don't know how to tell you square feet. It's probably the size of like a 3 car garage.
Are there any windows that we can peek in first?
Yep, there's some. It's like those windows that were in the 1950s buildings, so they've got like these old like wrought iron bars over top of them, and they're all probably broken, some of them. And this whole place is covered in like spider webs. You're out in the weeds, off the beaten path.
Yeah,
There's
I think
there's
Jimmy's gonna go and look in the window.
cool. It's dark inside, but like no lights on, and it's got a cement floor with cracks and stuff in it. There's some random boxes and crates and things, maybe a couple chairs, but other than that, it's pretty empty. Roll a perception.
All right.
Albert will just be close by.
That's a 1 natural.
You peek through this window and roll. I'm trying to remember. Is there any history or anything? Any memory stat?
I think that would be book or street smarts.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
there's a
history.
history. Yeah.
Do a history.
A 5?
You see a figure, and he's standing off in the corner in this dark garage. But it's a little hard to make out. But you're pretty sure it's the guy from the bar last week that gave you the job.
Hey, Albert. I think it's just him in there, so I think we're cool.
Well, good. Let's don't want to have to get in another fight like we did last week.
I mean, I kind of do, but not necessarily with him.
I don't miss having radial fractures on the back of my skull.
Well, yeah, I mean, in a perfect scenario, that wouldn't happen in the fight that I'm envisioning. But that's beside the point. Let's go inside.
All right.
There's a
We enter.
there's like 3 garage doors that are you probably wouldn't even bother with, but then there's a little side door. You creak it open and you go on in, and this guy stands up from his chair and he starts walking towards you, and then he pauses and he goes, "What? There's only 2 of you?"
Albert lights
Oh, he
another
got
cigarette.
pinched.
Pinched. What the hell did he do?
He had a little bit of reefer on him.
I don't actually remember this guy's voice, so I'm just doing it. He he walks closer to you guys and he says, "That's not good, boys. That's not good to hear at all. I would have hoped that you guys would have laid low, been more careful, but well, here we are. I'm glad that you two showed up. This shows, good gumption on your part. And let me say, quite a performance last week. You all right? You come out of it
Look,
clean?
here's the thing. I swear I checked the money. It looked real. All
Ah,
right, I swear on my mother's grave, it looked real. Like I looked at it, I checked it.
we're diving right in, huh?
Albert, Yeah, I mean, you wanted to know how it went, and
Oh,
this
I
is
know
the
how it
first
went.
thing that,
You think we
right?
didn't
Well,
have eyes on
you
you?
wanted to. Well, I mean, I figured, that there was going to be something, but what I'm saying is that I fucking checked it.
Listen, I'll tell you guys straight up. I'm gonna be real with you because, quite frankly, I don't know how much longer we'll be doing business together. We'll see. This whole operation last week was a recruitment deal. We hired you guys. We hired the guys that gave you the money, and we hired the guys that you were gonna deliver to. The guys that gave you the money, that was supposed to be real money right there. But they thought they could pull one over on us, so they slipped in the fake bills. I wish that y'all's done a better job checking it, but let's just say they're out. The second guys that were gonna get the delivery, they did a good job. They did what they're supposed to do. They checked the money. They saw it was fake, so they came after yous. But they couldn't handle themselves, and obviously these guys came out on top. So you got some gumption. You got some killer instinct in you, and we could use that. I just wish that you paid more attention to details, is all. And I wish that Polly weren't in the clink right now. This is distressing news.
I,
Good news
listen,
is we can
okay.
get. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Hey, the silent boy. I remember you. What you got to say?
Like he just lit up a cigarette. He's already halfway through it. He's like, oh, he ain't gonna be in for long. Don't think anyway.
Well, you may have to do this job without him. See, the thing is, in most cases, we might say that you didn't pass the bar. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. We ain't got a lot of time left, and we need this job done. So, your lucky day. But you're gonna have to roll without your mate because we can't wait for him to get out of the clink. And he takes that envelope out of his coat pocket and he hands it to you guys. This is your next job, and there's something in there for you from the last job. So use it wisely. Um, I can't stick around much more. Just once again follow the instructions. You know the deal. And pay more attention to detail this time, all right? And he slaps Jimmy Tulip on the shoulder and he says, "Hey, you take care. And when little Paulie gets out, tell him I say hi."
Yeah, I'll do that. You have a good evening, sir.
And then as he's walking out the door, he goes, "Hey, don't screw this up, all right? You know, my reputation's on this too. I kind of vouched for you boys." And then he shuts the door behind
Yeah,
him.
no, we got this. Jimmy's gonna make like a face, the Thor face, like, do we though, Albert?
Albert's like gonna open up the envelope. He's like down to a quarter cigarette at this point.
It had the first thing that falls out is kind of a Polaroid photo, and it's like that fuzzy quality, and it's a distant shot, but it's a guy it's a large man, kind of rotund, and he's wearing a long trench coat and a kind of an old style hat, and he's walking out of some bar or something, some city building, and then out comes a letter, and you open it up, and it says basically that this guy owes them money. It doesn't say who they are, but it's your employers, obviously. But they can't touch him because he's with another group that they are currently on kind of a peace treaty with, and so they need somebody to get that money from this guy, but they need deniability. So basically, what it's saying is, if you guys fuck up or get captured or anything, you're on your own, because this whoever your employee is not gonna come after you. And it says, so it's got 3 locations. It says he likes to hang out at this speakeasy that's kind of, it tells you where it is, and it tells you kind of how you might get in. They aren't 100% sure because they don't have guys on the inside, but they've done some spy work, and so that's a little iffy. And then it's also got like that's where he likes to gamble. He's kind of got a gambling problem, which is why he owes them money right now. And then it's got another place that's just a bar. It's kind of like a gentleman's club, and again, kind of exclusive. And then the last one is it tells you his house, but his house is kind of high security. You know, it's not just an apartment. It's actually a place that's got alarms and shit.
So, Albert, what do you think we should do? You know,
I think we're gonna have to play it smart. House is a bad idea.
well,
I'm sorry,
here's what I was
forgot
thinking.
to I forgot to mention that $100 fell out.
I'll give 33 of it to Jimmy.
Hey, thanks. And Jimmy will immediately roll up one of the bills and pull a little baggie of Coke out of his fucking sweatshirt and like walk over to one of the chair arms and like chop a line and snort it up and then look up at Albert and kind of like, no. All right, so here's what I was thinking, and this is a great idea. This is probably one of the best ideas that I've ever had in my entire life. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the bar, and if he's there, we're gonna fucking rob the place, right? We're gonna take those pantyhose, we're gonna put them over our face, and we're gonna just rob the whole fucking place, and we're gonna grab him as a hostage when we're leaving, and then we're gonna take him back here. We're gonna tie him to this chair, and we're gonna punch him in the fucking guts a couple times.
Albert, while he's going on like this, Albert sighs and takes out another cigarette. Actually, he takes out two and he lights both of them and just drags them both. Just while he's
I think
fucking
Jimmy's
rambling.
still going. Like, he's still just, like, describing how perfect this plan would be. And, like,
Albert is going to wait for him to stop. Like, whether it's to take a breath or to actually end his thought. One of the two. He's going to wait for him to stop.
and so anyway, everything will be coming up aces. What do you think, Albert?
No.
Give me 16 good reasons why we shouldn't.
You just listed them.
What do you mean?
You want to hold up the whole damn bar to get this one guy? You want to
There's
end up
nothing
in
wrong
the
with
fucking
getting a little
clink for a
side
lot
cash.
more than a little bit of reefer? Or a little bit of reefer? Holding up a place ain't gonna get us any good, especially if we're not after the fucking money.
You see Jimmy sort of, like, cocks his head sideways at Albert for a second. And you can tell that the gears are turning. And there's probably like a little bit of the proverbial steam coming out of his ears, and then finally he's like, yeah, I mean, I guess.
We're after the guy. We get the guy, we'll be able to get the money from the guy that these people want. We get these people the money that we want. There's more of this, and I hold up the other $67.
Okay, new plan. So we go in there.
I'm under the impression that some of this is Polly's, so I've like separated it.
Oh, I see. I thought you were just
Right.
taking double for you.
No.
No, I knew exactly what he was doing.
I just assumed that you were like playing off of the fact that Jimmy's an idiot and won't do the math.
No. I might keep the
I mean,
extra
you
dollar
could-
though. Actually,
could
no, you know what
totally
that
get
extra
away with
dollar
that,
is for?
'cause-
That extra dollar is for beers when Polly gets out.
Nice.
They didn't give you a timeline on this. You're just kind of assuming it's got to be within the next few days. There's definitely time to shop, though, to get your supplies for this mission or whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, so new plan then. We go to the bar. We maybe pull up a couple of chairs next to him. You know what I mean? We buy a few rounds, make some friends, all of a sudden, it's bar closed, but we got a couple of bottles back at the apartment, right?
Hmm.
And he'll kind of wink a couple of times. That's a better plan,
I
right?
It's a better plan, but I don't think the bar is the best place to go. The bar
Oh
is gonna
man, I
have its
wanted
own
some beers.
issues. So here's my thought. He's got a gambling problem. See, people that move money like that, they tend to be happy for about any other reason to get more. I think we can probably take a little bit of cash, pay our way in, and maybe if they're not so on the up and up, we can make whoever this guy is lose. He loses enough, he's got to be escorted elsewhere for payment, right?
You guys are also aware
Yeah.
that whatever you do, if you are gonna go in and try to blend in with these places, you're gonna have to buy like clothes and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think we are gonna have to.
Jimmy has a suit that he wears for when he plays, and I think that
It's
that will
not
be what
like
he will wear.
it's not like bright orange, is it?
Oh, dude, it's actually bright yellow and black, and it's got sequins on the vest, and it's fucking awful. Hold on,
Okay, so
I'm gonna
you
find.
sit at the table, but you need to just sit there and play. All right, just play. I'll see what I can do about getting things more in your favor, but I'm gonna see if I can get one of the uniforms if they got any.
All right, where do we go from? And so, what am I playing? Cards? I mean, I'm all right at cards.
All we know is it's gambling. We need to dig up some info on this place, info on what he plays, see what he's doing. Don't know if he's playing cards, craps, betting on something else. Might even be horse races. Who the hell knows?
I mean, we should probably hope that it's cards because I'm actually pretty decent at it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of hard to tell what I'm thinking. And he'll look at you, and he has the most smug look on his face, and it's very obvious what he's thinking.
It's like it's easy to see three trees on an island. It's hard to see a tree in the woods.
Whose woods? Are these yours? You have woods?
Yeah, I've got woods. We call them brain cells. You got an island. I got some woods.
Is that one of those like analogies or some type of shit?
It's a metaphor.
What is it
Close
for?
enough.
I don't understand.
You know what, Jimmy? Just don't blow all your money.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm good for the week.
And
I stocked up the van. We should probably go get the van.
you should probably not go in all coked the fuck. You know?
Yeah, I'll smoke a few joints to come down and shit. No, you're right.
Uh, all right. You
I
know,
mean,
they're going to be able to
listen.
smell
Hey,
you from
hey, whoa, whoa, whoa,
25
whoa,
feet
whoa, whoa, whoa,
away.
whoa, 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 whoa. Listen for 1 second. All right, Albert.
Okay, I've
Who's your
listened for one
buddy?
second.
Who's your pal? Who's the guy who made sure that you didn't get any more of those recipital, occipital fractures that you were talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I was that guy. I'm willing. I have your back. All right? We're pals. I got you. It'll be fine.
You're real good in a fight, Jimmy. I'm hoping to avoid a fight. So can you do me that?
Yeah, all right. I won't hit anybody, Albert. I promise.
We might be hitting somebody, but we're just trying not to. before we get them where we
I'll
want them.
wait for like a signal or something. You know, you call like a crow and I'll hit somebody.
All right, you need to remember that and not be getting no mixed signals.
Well, no, that's what they always do in the movies. You know what I mean? Like a caw,
That's not what
and
crows
I'll
sound
just
like,
pull
but
out the
okay.
knucks and fucking. What do crows sound like? Crow. Yeah, all right. I'll wait for that.
Or I could just say, "Hey, Jimmy, fucking punch him."
This seems a little on the nose, Albert.
That's exactly where I want you to aim.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Well, let's go get changed and let's go fucking scout this place out.
Hey, Jimmy, it's the
Yeah.
middle of the fucking night.
What you mean? It's a gambling den. This is when it's gonna be happen. You never gone and played cards before? What?
Well, I don't enjoy losing all my money.
Just get a little fucked up. Don't get too fucked up. Tip the waitress extra so that she starts bringing you fucking flat cokes instead of bourbons, and it'll be fine. Let's go.
All right. Uh, I'll take him back to his van. Back to the van.
And
So
I think that we'll make plans to meet back up. I don't know. I think that Jimmy will probably just drive his van over to Albert's place then.
you gonna buy anything at all?
No, he's just gonna show up in that ridiculous sequin tuxedo.
I'm gonna actually go to the gambling den, swing by there, and try and bribe one of the workers. If or do they have like a suit or
When you get
uh
there, so it's actually in the back of this one shop. It's looks like an innocent shop in the front, and then you go down the back alley, and there all these instructions are in the letter, but um,
oh, that's
you
helpful.
you were basically instructed to knock on this back door, and a slot opens up, and then you're instructed to say, let's see.
How
Oh, so
does the crow fly?
you're instructed to say that the baker is out of the shop, and then supposedly they'll let you in.
The slot opens and it's just like Baker's out of the fucking shop.
This the eyes that are in the slot look you up and down, and then it goes, and the door creaks open, and then it opens the rest of the way, and there's this huge dude there. Like, this dude stands 6'7", probably 300 pounds, and he's just looking down at you like, seriously, and because he's obviously never seen you before. And then he kind of steps to the side, and you hear music playing down this hallway.
I'll give him $1.
He takes it and kind of smirks and puts it in his pocket, closes the door behind you. And then as you start to walk down the hallway, he's gonna say, "Hey," and
Yeah.
then he's gonna walk up to you and start patting you down. Did you bring the gun or not?
Yeah, I'm like, it's down my pants if you're looking for it.
Um, he's gonna kind of gesture like a hand it over gesture.
I'll hand him my gun.
Okay. He puts it in kind of a box near the door, and nods like you can go on your way.
Okay. You didn't find my boot knife. uh, I'll go inside.
Inside, you
Um,
see there's a band playing jazz, and there are lots of Not a lot. It's actually not a huge place, but there are some tables, maybe 6 tables, and then there's another bar in the back, and there's just a few people. It's not a hugely busy night. This is kind of a weekday, so there's just people hanging out, smoking, talking. So nobody really
Light up
seems to
another
pay much
cigarette.
attention to you. Like maybe 2 people look at you, but they're just continuing on with their conversation.
I don't suppose Big Man's here.
Nope, you don't see him anywhere.
Okay. Do the people that seem to work here, do they have any sort of uniform
They
or
have
a
like
particular style
aprons,
of
but
dress? Okay.
this does not look
Uh,
like a fancy joint.
all right. So like they're like pretty casual dress, but with aprons.
Yeah, maybe like polos or button shirts.
I'm gonna walk up to the bartender.
Okay.
Hey,
What can I get for you?
uh, I gotta drive after this, so just scotch and maybe a little bit of info, and I'll slide like $5 across um the table.
His entire countenance falls and he goes, "Info? What kind of info?"
One looking for a friend of a friend. Uh, big guy, you know him? Like big like this, and he like makes his hands out to an illicit wideness.
He gives you kind of a side eye and then frowns and he goes, let me go get your drink." And he walks into the back, and you can see clearly that there's a soda fountain there.
I'm gonna walk in right behind him, but like stay at the door and like just look in.
it it behind this counter, where behind this bar, there's a door that he went through, and then he turned a corner, so it's you're gonna have to kind of I'm gonna say it's hard to get a vantage point. You want to roll perception?
Okay. Um, does if I am I behind the bar?
You want to actually go behind the bar?
I was
There,
asking if this was
there.
behind the bar, or like if he left the bar to
So
like is the way back there behind the bar.
yes, it is behind the bar.
Okay. I'm gonna like look over the bar. Does it happen to look like they store their aprons under the bar?
Yeah, you can probably see some folded there. Just so you know, I mean, I said this already, but this is not a hopping huge joint. Like, it's not super crowded. There's maybe 20 people here. So
Yeah.
blending in is going to be difficult if that's what you're going for.
I'm just looking.
Okay. He's the only bartender behind the bar, but there are a couple other people that had the aprons, and they're like taking drink orders and stuff. And so, just letting you know, you're bound to get noticed if you're going to be back there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna if I could see like kind of where he was, like if I could see he turned a corner from where I was sitting, I'm not gonna go behind the bar. I just look around trying to get appraised of what is behind the bar, and I'll wait.
I'll let you roll a perception if you want.
Okay.
If you want to play it safe.
I will play it safe. What the fuck did I do with my die? There it is. That is a 3 total.
Okay. You peer through this doorway behind the bar from where you're at, and you can see someone's hand, like, it just keeps coming in and out of vision, and you can see the shadow kind of on the floor, and there's 2 shadows there, so he's talking to somebody back there. Or somebody is, you assume it's him.
Is my 5 still on the table?
Yep, he didn't take it.
He's the only bartender. Are there any like waiters?
Yeah, there was a couple people taking drink orders out in amongst the tables, but there wasn't anybody else behind the bar.
Does it look like people are playing out here on this main floor?
Not really. There's one table that's active, but mostly people are just chilling, listening to music, drinking, and talking and smoking. This is a very
I'm
hazy,
gonna
cloudy place.
I'm gonna go walk up to one of the bartenders.
Okay.
Uh,
Here's
hey,
he's you come in while he's writing something down, and there's two guys at this table, and they all three look over at you.
I'll make a motion like I'll wait.
And then the waitress or waiter says, speakeasy. I'll say it's a waitress actually, and she says, "I'll be right back with that." And then she looks over at you.
As I was introduced to this place, I don't see anybody really playing cards. Uh, you
Oh,
happen to
you
know what I'm looking for?
came for gambling? That's usually gonna happen on Friday, Saturday, sometimes on Tuesdays. Thursdays mostly just hangout time.
Ah, okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, did you
Might
need
come back
anything to
another
drink?
time then.
Oh,
I asked for a scotch, but the guy ran off.
I could check on that if you want.
You know what? If there's no gaming tonight, best go get me some rest. Got an early morning. I'll go back over to the counter, grab my 5, and head out.
Okay.
Go collect my gun and leave, and I'll go meet up with Jimmy.
All right.
So I think that Jimmy has just been standing outside of Albert's apartment, like in his shimmering gold tuxedo, like doing that thing that Dan Aykroyd does in the elevator when when the Blues Brothers are on their way up to the Cook County processor, and he's just like snapping his fingers and then clapping his hands together, and just kind of like looking around, like, huh. And then I imagine eventually, after a while, Albert shows up and,
Jesus,
hey,
Jimmy,
where the
what the
fuck
fuck?
you been?
You look like El Dorado came all over you.
What do you mean? This is the little Scapino fucking. This is. Man, you just don't understand the fashion nowadays.
I think you don't understand the fashion nowadays.
Holy shit.
Jimmy will kind of just like mock him, like.
We ain't doing shit tonight. You can take that off.
I
I
mean, I
went
don't
and
want
checked
to,
in.
though.
They
I
ain't
look
playing
good.
cards tonight.
What the fuck? I was excited. Oh, well.
And it don't look like the kind of place where they're gonna wear suits anyhow. You're gonna stick out like fuck hell a lot worse than a sore thumb.
I want to say this guy that gave you this job is going to leave you at least some prep time, so I want to say it's Wednesday right now. Technically Thursday at midnight.
Looks like they're open, but we're gonna have to wait at least a day before we go in for gambling. Thursdays for hanging out, apparently.
Well, that's
The
okay, because I got a show tomorrow night anyway.
they had a band too, jazz playing. Don't think they're seen.
I mean, I'm kind of classically trained, Al, but like that's a little fucking insulting. Just because I don't, necessarily play jazz doesn't mean I can't play jazz. I can play fucking anything. I slap at the bass. You
What?
understand what I'm saying? I finger two things. I finger the girls. I finger the bass.
Well, I only know half of that to be true.
Shut up, Albert.
Albert smirks and sticks another cigarette in his mouth. But I think it'd probably be a bit better to dress down, maybe lose the coat and the tie. You might do all right.
He'll kind of scowl and
I mean, you want to fucking look like goddamn Las Vegas walking in there? Fine, go ahead, but that's your ass if people give you the side eye. Shit. I got one just asking around a little bit.
I think I
Um,
think Albert that you may be surprised at my ability to schmooze.
Yeah, well,
I
you better schmooze good.
Albert, roll a smarts check. I
That's
think
smart.
I don't know. I think you can choose between books or street on this one.
Okay, I'll just take the one that's better. Oh, that's garbage though. 7. I rolled a 9. I got 7.
Everything you said has seemed sensible. So carry on.
Jeez. That's horrible. I hate that. I do it to my own players and I fucking hate it. Whatever you want to do. But I ain't got my shit.
Here's the thing. First of all, I'm gonna probably need you to give me Paulie's cut for when we go in there. And hear me out for why. I think that what you want is a distraction. You know what I mean? When you got a big ass gold guy fucking throwing some money around, and you don't really expect him, especially on a night where cards is being played,
So you
and
want
you
to use
come
Polly's
swooping in to
money?
take him away.
How much money you got?
I mean, I got $43.
I ain't giving you
I mean, I
Polly's money. I'll let you borrow, Jimmy, borrow some of mine. I ain't giving you Polly's money. Fair?
yeah, all right. I guess I could just sell a couple of those bags of blow, but I'm probably gonna
Probably.
need them.
And you got a little more context in that. I can give you a little bit of stuff to sell, and I'll pull out like a prescription bottle and give him like 5 or 6 Xanax.
I think at this time it would be Quaaludes.
Okay, Quaaludes. My bad.
Oh no, I don't think Xanax existed, but I know Quaaludes were super popular in the 70s.
All right, then those.
Why do I have so much drug knowledge?
If only we knew the reason why.
But like, I
Hold
don't
on,
do
let me just take a
pills.
quick rip.
I've
I'm sorry.
definitely never been about that pill life. Anything that's manufactured by man is usually pretty dangerous. Anywho, I mean, I can move these. I can definitely move these. I mean, how much of a cut do you want?
Uh, well, we'll see if you win anything. If not, we'll call it a payback for mashing that guy's face in.
Yeah, right, cool. You have a good night,
You win
Albert. I'm gonna
something,
head.
I want something.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I'm gonna head back to my place, and what you want to meet up on Friday morning or what?
Yeah. Uh, I'm a I'm a case the bar too, just in case. but just to look around. I'm not gonna ask around there about it at all.
You should consider coming out to the Alamo, see Lil Scapino and the Feel Good Experience.
We'll see.
All right. And he'll give him the old salute and head out. And I think he's probably going to try and move some of those lewds tonight.
I completely heard that as lewds, like LEWD. Yeah, friendly neighborhood smut dealer. Uh,
All right.
I don't know.
You're
I
going.
feel like that's what they would be called if there was like going to be a slang term for them.
What are you doing? You're selling them, or you're?
Yeah, that's the point. That's the whole point. Is he gave me these quaaludes to try and get some extra money.
yeah.
Okay.
Albert for the night's gonna go upstairs, realize that his cigarettes are out, take out the pill bottle and take one of them, and go to sleep.
Were you planning on casing the gentleman's club next tomorrow then?
Yeah, yeah, in
Okay.
the morning.
In the morning. Oh, okay.
Or not the gentleman's club, the bar. Or is that the same place?
He wants to
This-
go and get those stripper eggs. You know what I mean? That all you can eat fucking morning breakfast.
It was it was the Speakeasy, which is where you just went to. Then there was the Gentleman Club, and then there was the Dude's House. Those are the 3 locations.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go there.
Which
Given
one?
the place, then it'll probably be later in the day. He's definitely like first thing in the morning, though. He's gonna go pick up like 5 or 6 packs of cigarettes, probably a whole carton if they do. They sell cartons then?
Oh yeah.
Okay, a carton of cigarettes. That ought to last him all day.
You're talking about the Gentleman's Club, right?
Yeah.
What time are you going?
Probably late afternoon.
Okay. Let's see. Jimmy Tulip, how much do you think you can get for this? Mr. Drug Knowledge.
I think he's probably selling them for like a quarter a pill.
Oh, okay.
It's the 70s, you know what I mean? Like he wouldn't be getting a ton of money. How many did you give him, Albert?
I think I gave him 5. So
Oh
$1.25.
yeah, so it'd only
It's
be
not much.
$1.25.
Seriously? That seems so low. All right.
They're his personal pills. Well, when you can buy a fucking brand new 45 fucking snub nose revolver for $40, 25 cents is a lot.
Fair.
When you can get the whole fucking pitcher of beer for $1.
Right.
All right, so you've got that money. I'm sorry, I spaced. What time did you say you were going to the club?
Late afternoon.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You roll up to this place. It's kind of in the heart of the city, and it not amidst skyscrapers and stuff, but it's in a busy neighborhood area, and not neighborhood. There's shops and stuff, but this place is kind of stands out from the rest in that it's old and it's got this large staircase going up. It almost reminds you of like an old hotel in a way. And when you go through the doors, there's a lobby, and you don't really. Well, why don't you roll a perception check?
Okay. Jeez, I rolled another 9, so that's 8.
There's somebody behind a counter, but other than that, you haven't really spotted any navigation. Or anything.
Bartender from last night.
You again.
Oh, hey, did you ever find that guy?
Slipping another 5.
The same 5. It's got like a little smiley face drop.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm just looking the place over, like seeing
Oh, you're
seeing
not
if
gonna talk to him.
guy
Okay.
happens to be there.
So You don't see the guy. If you go to the back of this lobby, you can see that it veers left and right around these corners. There looks like there's a place with elevators, and then it looks like there's another great big dining area, and so
Gonna go up to the elevator.
okay. Um, when you go in this elevator, are you actually going in?
Yeah.
There are some. There's we'll say 20 floors, and only a few of the buttons are lit up.
I'm gonna go to one of the lit room or lit floors,
Okay.
the closest one.
Okay. So you go up a couple floors, and it opens up, and you see some corridors and some offices, and looks like people just are working here.
Is there a basement button?
Mm-hmm.
Is it lit up?
Yes.
I'm gonna press it.
Well, there's two. There's
B1 and B2.
yeah. I'll say
B1.
I'll say B1's lit up, B2 is blank.
Okay. I'll hit B1.
It goes down and opens up, and you find yourself in an empty. It's got pillars. It's got wires hanging from the suspended ceiling, and there's this place looks like it's been in a state of renovation for a long time.
If I listen out, do I hear anything?
It's just water pipes and things.
Go back in. I hit B2 just in case the light's out.
There's a key hole in this wall panel that lights up.
Hmm. I see. Um, can I make an engineering check to see if I can fucking finagle it to work?
I think. Let me look at this real quick.
Or that might be safe cracking, maybe. Because as somebody who has worked at places that use keys for a lot of things, I've discovered that there's a lot of things that look like they need keys and they really just need something that kind of fits.
I'll let you do it if you can roll below a 2.
I
Two or lower.
can. Am I doing engineering or safe cracking?
I'm gonna let you decide.
Okay. No, I rolled a 10. So 8, but I think that's a critical fail. Or is there critical fails? I forgot.
I think so. I'm not gonna worry about it for this though. You
Okay.
finagle this thing and can't make anything of it, so the elevator just sits there.
Probably fucking broke it. They come down next time, and why won't this work? I'll go back to the ground floor.
Yep, no problem. Back to the lobby.
I will approach the person behind the counter.
Hello, sir.
Hi. I was I was under the impression that there was a meeting place here for gentlemanly figures.
He kind of looks you up and down, and he raises one eyebrow, and then he goes, "Who are you inquiring about? A meeting you had scheduled, or?"
No. This is a sort of a walk in and leave as you please situation, but I don't have much more information than that.
I think I understand. Do you have any ID on you, sir?
ID, yeah. and I'll show him my ID.
He takes a look, and then he pulls a large book out from under the counter and starts flipping through it. It's like a binder, and he gets about to the middle, and then he looks at your name on the ID again. He looks back at the book, and he goes, "I don't see your name in here anywhere. Who was it that sent you or told you about this place?"
Guy named Joey. Kind of met him doing some odd jobs. Talked about this place. Didn't get a last name off of him.
Are you trying to
It's
refer
kind of
to your target or somebody random?
just somebody random.
Oh, okay.
Uh, and
Joey.
is there a bullshit skill?
There is, I think. He's gonna be thumbing through his book and be like, "You don't know the last name. I do have a Joseph here."
Yeah, no last name. But hey, I came to spend a bit of money, so if you might, and I'll pull out this guy seems kind of like more upper crusty than the other place.
Yes, he's
I'll
wearing.
pull out
Yes.
$10 and put it on the table. If you might find my name in that there binder,
All right. Why don't you roll
that'd be
bribery
nice.
this time?
All right. That is a 3 minus 2, so 1.
He takes the 10 and he goes, "Well, I don't have Joey. I do have a Joseph. Were you looking to meet with anybody in particular, or what was your plan for this club?"
I was looking at perhaps a long-term membership.
I see.
Ain't I was told it's definitely the best place in the city.
And how soon were you looking to get in?
Uh, I'm good for a couple of nights if it takes a bit of time.
Well, we have. Jeez. Sorry, we have. We have an event tomorrow, and if you come back, and you can get your friend's last name, and he's in the book, then I can help you out with finishing up that membership.
Can I see what the name was in the book?
Why don't you roll a perception?
It's another 3. So perception is okay. I don't have anything in it, so that's just street smart. So 2. This fucking die likes to roll 2 of the same goddamn number in a row. Roll 2 9s in a row, 2 3s in a row.
That's pretty good. I'll let you clean Francis Jacobson, and you also glean Donald Bewley.
But not the but not the Joseph.
No, you didn't see Joseph.
Okay.
He wasn't
Francis
pointing at the
Jacobson.
book when he just kind of looking down. You
All
only had
right.
a moment to tell. I think that you
All
probably just saw the ones that were like on your side of the page.
Right. All right. Comes back tomorrow. You know what? I said Joey. I meant Donnie. Found that guy again. It was a pain to hunt down. I was like, all right, I see you tomorrow night.
Very good, sir. I look forward to it.
And I will leave. Be like, God damn, that's a pain in the ass. Only have $50 now. Jeez.
This guy was wearing not a tuxedo. It was just a standard
Or
suit.
wait, no.
And this place looked fancy. Like the dining area that you saw had actual like tablecloths and candles and padded chairs and all that kind of stuff. Stone countertops and things.
And I misspoke. I hadn't hit enter, so my cash is back at $18, which is what I started the session with. Oh wait, no, it's not. No, I didn't. Shit, 18. That's right from what I did before, but now I gotta add the 33 back. Hold on, or 32. I'm a fucking idiot. Don't mind me. I've got $40 left. I think it's 3. No, 50.
Are
I do
you
have
guys?
$50 left. I did.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
guys
I'm an idiot.
Are you guys definitely giving Paulie his money for sure?
Yeah, I'm not touching his money. I did take the $1 out, and that's just beer money.
So he has 32 right now?
33.
33. Okay, I'm going to add that.
Because
to
it was
his-
33, 33, 33, and there was 1 left over.
Okay, I'm just going to put that into his character sheet right now.
Okay, so I'll take it out of mine. I had cash for Paulie. Now I just have my cash and beer money. Then I'll go see what's up with our friendly neighborhood drug dealer.
Still with us, Tim?
Wait, I'm the friendly neighborhood drug dealer?
You were selling the drugs.
All right. I mean, Jimmy's just playing. I mean, I imagine that he probably moved those pills pretty quick and then fucking spent the rest of the day getting high and drunk and then played his show. And he'll probably go meet up with. Like, are you meeting up with him on Thursday? Is that when you're trying to meet
Yeah,
up with him?
I'll go to the bar where he was playing at.
I think he'll walk up to you after the show is done and be like, "Holy fucking shit!"
There's like 2 empty packs of cigarettes on the table, and he's just putting another cigarette in. What?
I mean, I can tell by the, empty packs there that you've been here for at least 30 fucking minutes. I'm impressed, Albert.
I've been taking it a little slow on that last one. I've been here about
Yeah.
45.
So what'd you think? Little Scapino and the Feel Good Experience. We're going places.
I look outside the front window and see another bar, and turn back to him like, yeah, you are. But
So,
I cased the quote unquote gentlemen's club. It's a big ass building. It's not like a strip club. It ain't official. Bribed my way possibly onto the list. Got a few names off the paper. Some bullshit. I think I can talk my way in. But that's gonna be tomorrow night. So tonight, we still ain't got much to go on. It's hangout night at the den, and ain't no event going on. Fucking posh prick. At the gentleman's club, and I still don't think that the house is a good idea. Not even a little bit.
no, I mean, I never thought that the house was a good idea. And I mean, if I think it's a bad idea, it's probably a real fucking bad idea.
Yeah, like if you show mild discontent, it's probably in most people's "I'd rather go kiss Hitler" region.
use some really weird analogies sometimes.
You do some really weird drugs sometimes. To be fair.
That's fair. And he'll order a pitcher and look at Albert like, you drinking?
I'll take some, yeah.
He'll order another pitcher for Albert.
I feel like that's a like good way to drain away the evening.
And Jimmy will just start drinking, and I mean, like, fast too, and basically at the same pace that most people would do like a pint of beer.
I think Albert drinks at a more normal rate, but he smokes like Jimmy drinks.
I
I think
mean, Jimmy's a pretty big guy though, so I don't think that he necessarily gets uber fucked up. Also, he'll just do some coke if he does.
somebody comes up to you guys and sits next to you and says, "What's going on, gentlemen?"
Is this the fucking bartender?
Nope.
Okay, it's kind of the same voice.
You guys are hanging out. No, that was up here. You guys are
Oh,
hanging
okay,
at
that's fair.
this is Jimmy's venue, right?
The Alamo, where Lil Scapino was playing.
All right, yeah. Hey, you was in the band, right?
Yeah, I played bass.
I just point at him.
You guys like a couple or?
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
I just suck down the rest of my fucking cigarette right there and pull it out and just almost calmly put it in the ashtray and pull another cigarette
Sorry,
and just fucking smoke everywhere.
I may have jumped to conclusions. I just saw you wearing that suit, and I just thought that, I don't know. Hey, can I buy you a drink?
You didn't notice? You didn't notice the rest of the guys in the band also are wearing, ridiculous fucking awesome suits like this?
I thought it was just a thing that you guys were all, I don't know. I'm sorry. Listen, let me buy you a drink, and I actually came
Yeah, I'll
over
take
here.
the drink.
Well,
I drank by the pitcher, though. I gotta let you know.
he orders another pitcher from the bartender or waiter or whoever, and he says, "I actually came over here. I was gonna invite you to another bar that I frequent, not far from here, a few blocks down. Maybe you know it. It's Belts and Buckles." And he kind of,
Yeah, I got real drunk a couple of times. Made my way into the old BDSM bar. There's dudes with their asses out, fucking and them chaps and shit. The fucking place is wild.
yeah, that's the place. So I guess I jumped to the conclusion. Thought you might be familiar, maybe enjoy that type of a scene. I don't know, but it's open.
Hey, here's the thing that you need to know about Jimmy Tulip. Jimmy Tulip, while he likes the ladies, he's not a bigot, and he'll hang out at any bar that has beer. Now, if it's that near beer bullshit that you get in Iowa, now that shit, fuck that. I won't go to any of those bars because that shit's bullshit. You understand? You understand about Iowa and their near beer bullshit?
Oh, we got beer there, and
fuck Utah too. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I like fucking Polly's from Utah, man.
Well, fuck swing Polly.
You should swing by tomorrow. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and he lets it sit there for probably too long, and then he goes, and yeah, I'll buy you another drink tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm a little bit busy, but maybe we'll head on down there a different night. Well, I mean, I'm gonna break your heart anyway because I'm straight. You know what I mean? Straight as an arrow.
He gives you a couple more pats on the shoulders. He starts to walk away, and he goes, "I got you.
Hey,
all right.
Jimmy, you know that when you shoot an arrow, it bends."
I don't even
You know,
understand these metaphors.
all this fucking analogy shit that you're doing.
That's not even an analogy. That's just fact.
No, I know. I'm just.
I know. He's
I'm
just being a
running
smart
with-
ass.
But no, you're absolutely correct. They fucking wibble and wobble, and there's a thing called
They do fall down though.
right.
I'm sorry. That
Well,
was
they
fucking
wibble and
bad.
wobble like time. They don't weeble and wobble. If they were to weeble and wobble, they could never fall down. They would just do it in a state of perpetuity. In a superposition where they are both weebling and wobbling until they are observed, and then they choose one.
I thought for a second you were going for the Fletcher's paradox. I'm sorry. I'm a huge fucking nerd at some things. Uh, I'm gonna pat Jimmy Tulip on the other shoulder and tell him I gotta take a piss. And which way did this guy go?
Oh, he walked off to join his group in the corner.
I'm gonna walk by him and like bump into him and head towards the restroom. I'll like look back.
Okay. Are you trying to be like? Do you care if he notices you? Should he roll for this or?
I don't know what can I roll. I fucking misspelled it. Seduction, I guess.
Oh, you're bumping into him like that. Okay. Yeah, you bump into him and he goes, "Hey, watch it! I'm walking over here." No, he doesn't do that. But he
he's
gives you
not
kind
walking,
of
he's standing still. I'm walking.
he kind of give. I know. I just wanted to say it. He gives you a kind of a confused look. That's all he does.
So do I roll, or is that?
I'm not sure what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to be like when I look back at him, like it's very obvious. Like I think he's like trying to make eye contact.
Yeah, Albert is giving him the googly eyes. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't
Googly
understand
eyes.
this, Brian? You
Okay.
homeschooled motherfucker.
I get
Either
that.
Albert is what?
I, 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 I get that, but in terms of rolling, I wasn't sure what you were trying to do. Like,
Oh, okay.
this guy isn't giving you much of a response, unless if you have a seduction roll, I guess you can try for it and see what happens. I don't know, but
I think that's rolled a 2, and it's just gonna be my charm, so that's 1.
did you just keep on walking, or is he actually within earshot of you?
I just kept on walking. I headed straight to the restroom.
I think. Okay, hold on. High or low?
Hi.
You're in this bathroom, and
He is like legitimately taking a piss.
okay, you hear the door open behind you, and some pretty heavy footsteps walk in.
Was this guy like heavy footstep
Nope.
looking? Nope.
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 Why don't you give me a perception real quick?
Okay. That's a fucking 10. Well, it's a 9, but it's a fucking 10.
You have no idea who this person could be without actually turning around and looking at him.
Well, I'm pissing, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish pissing.
You hear the sink turn on, and you don't hear
I
any
guess that
splish
helps.
splash. You don't hear any splish splashing. You just hear the water running.
Okay, I will turn, but I will compensate. so that I don't just piss all over the place.
Okay. There is a very large man standing there leaning against this sink counter, and he's actually looking right at you with a grin on his face. Not a
Is this
toothy grin,
you
but just
done
like
fucked up grin, or
it's a smiley grin, and he kind of gives you a wink.
oh, okay, I'm gonna finish pissing. But this is not the same dude.
Nope.
Okay, so um, so what does this guy look like other than big?
He is he's wearing a sweater and some what did they wear back then? He's got some flared jeans and they're a little tight for his weight, but he's kind of balding on top and he's kind of got a baby face. Not you know, not like bearded or anything. He's pretty clean shaven. If he can even grow a beard.
So he's like Jumbo Brian.
He's Bald Wesley.
Yeah, he's
Oh god.
He's Bald Wesley and bell bottoms.
Oh, okay.
He looks at you, Albert, and he says, "Hello, can you hear me?"
Oh, fuck. He when you finish
Was he
up,
one of the guys that was like over there with him?
that's what your perception was for us. You don't remember anybody
Oh.
you didn't look at any of the guys he was with.
Okay.
He says, "Hi there, my buddy says that you might be interested in a little something something."
I go. I like zip up, go over, start washing my hands. It depends what. Something's not real specific.
Oh, you know, like maybe you'd like to go someplace after this.
Sure.
All
What are you
right.
thinking?
There's a place down the street that's called, maybe you heard of it, Belts and Buckles?
Yeah, your friend mentioned it.
Oh, yeah. I like to go there sometimes. Just that it's more of a late night scene, and we came here for the music to get some drinks before we go, but that's where we're all headed after. But, well, my buddy can't make it, but that's where a few of us are going.
I got you. Well, I got some hanging out to do with a friend of my own, but I might see you there.
All right. I hope so. He pats you on the arm. He gives your arm kind of a squeeze, and then he starts to walk out.
When he walks out,
I won't
Oh,
forget
sorry,
your
go ahead.
face, and he gives you a wink.
I won't forget yours either. And like after he walks out, he like scowls and lights up another cigarette.
So Jimmy wants to go and start just fucking delivering pickup lines to random chicks. And I mean like and bad ones too, because he's just like walking up to these girls, like kind of standing and letting his sequin jacket shimmer for a second, and then he'll be like, "Hey, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see." And just like the worst fucking pickup lines, like just fucking garbage. Although maybe at this time they would have been good because,
They're all brand new.
right?
Hey, baby, you got wings? Because I'm allergic to feathers and vomit all over her.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
It's one of those fucking I think what are they called? Happiness and cyanide things.
Hmm.
Why don't you roll a charm, Tim?
Oh, Jimmy is fucking bad at those.
Actually, why don't you
Jim.
roll me
Apparently, fucking Albert has area of effect charm.
roll me charm 3 times if you keep getting bad rolls. Like it's like a super advantage because you're
I
going up to
actually
so many
have
girls.
just I'm just average at it, apparently. So 7 on the first one,
Ugh.
a 4 on the second one.
Hmm.
One more. Ooh, and a 2.
Oh
Okay.
damn. Okay.
Okay. Hold on,
The
hold on. Let me think of the fucking perfect line for fucking
Okay, so
this little
you
chica.
get 100% rejections, and then you get some more alcohol in you, and you start to pick it up a notch, and you're getting some slower rejections. Like they're like, "Oh yeah," and they kind of talk to you for a little bit, and then they kind of laugh you off. And then by the end of the night, you go up to the last girl. Also, the girls have probably been drinking over time too, so they're getting a little bit more.
Right. Well, obviously, like,
And so you go up to the last one, and I guess what's your line?
hey, baby, I'm fucking wasted. You wanna fucking party or some shit? Fuck, I got some coke though.
I got some.
All right.
It was just like, yeah, no, no, no. Oh, Coke. Yeah.
You have persuaded this girl and her friend to follow you to your van.
Oh, and her friend.
I fucking forgot I had a panel fan. That's so sketchy, dude. I think Jimmy will go and see if he can find Albert and be like, hey, man, hey, hey. First of all, Albert, I fucking love you. Second of all, I fucking wait.
The whole
Okay,
time
wait,
he's
no.
saying that, Albert, who's also a little bit drunk at this point, is trying to sneakily like put a cigarette up his nose. Like the whole time he's talking, just like from right under his face,
You
so he can't see.
absolutely succeed because Jimmy is just fucking. He is fucking shit faced and he's like waving his hand in front of your face. And no, no, I fucking, Albert, I fucking love you so. You're the fucking man. No, I would do fucking, I would beat the fucking shit out of those dudes. The fucking, I would fuck them up, Albert. Fucking, because we're friends.
Jimmy,
Ride or fucking die.
Hey,
Jimmy, where's
Jimmy,
our stuff?
I think you got a
Oh
couple of
shit, yeah.
girls that
Albert, you gotta come with us. Albert, we're gonna go to the van. We're gonna get gagged.
The girls are giggling constantly.
How about you pound the shit out of them, and I'll meet up with you tomorrow.
Fuck, Albert. Oh, all right. Oh, hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Jimmy, your friend is a square.
Yeah, you fucking square, but I fucking love this guy. No, he's a fucking, this
So
scene has gone on way too long.
yeah, so let's jump to tomorrow.
Okay.
What is the state of Jimmy at this like
Oh, dude, he is fucking hung over. Like he
I'm
is
gonna venture to
fucking.
guess that he didn't wake up till like mid to late afternoon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you better get some water in you if you're gonna pull this job off tonight.
I think even better, he's going to smoke a couple of joints and drink a couple of beers.
All right. Where are you guys gonna go? Speakeasy to Gentlemen's Club?
Well, here's the thing. So Jimmy hasn't even gotten over there yet. Like Jimmy's woke the fuck up. I don't know what Albert's doing, but I think we're meeting at Albert's house. And I think that Albert at this point knows that Jimmy isn't showing the fuck up because, well, I don't know. And so, I mean, would you have like come over to see what the fuck was going on at some point, Albert, or what?
Uh, that depends on something. So Brian, was I able to meet up with uh Bald West?
Yeah. If you, yeah.
Okay. It would probably he probably wouldn't go until a little bit later. But yeah.
Do you want to role play that at all, or do you just want to state what we're going for, or what do you want to do?
Uh I mean, yeah, we can. But I don't want to pull too much away from Tim. I've been kind of hogging
Oh
shit.
no, I think that that's fine. Like if you wanna do that, absolutely. Like I think that that would be great. Feel free.
Also, uh okay, so I'm gonna message you, Brian,
Okay.
because I just want to point out that Albert is actually an awful person. Um, and so if you don't want me to do what I'm thinking of doing, I will absolutely acquiesce to that.
I am so fucking curious now. Like what the fuck, Sean? Oh, also, I would like to make canon that I do not think that Jimmy got lucky last night. Like, I think that he ended up just passing the fuck out in his own drunken stupor.
I can see that.
And I also think that he probably does not have any more coke at all. Like, I think that he probably has a little bit of weed, but that's about it.
Yeah. High or low?
Let's go with high. 'Cause that's what Jimmy is.
Yeah, you wake up with no more cash on you.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You wake up and there's you still see like a bra in your van.
Oh wait, which of your accounts has screen share or has the screen on? As
Um,
recording.
so I was gonna look at it
Okay.
on my phone.
Oh, okay, that that works.
I'm using. I guess I should. Oh, you did send me a message. Okay. Yeah. Let me just. I'll do it this way.
Select get your sign shit and then turn to survey system, and it will start scanning all the planets.
All right, here we go.
I
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. That was actually more tame than I was expecting. That reaction.
I mean, it is
I only
Brian.
read the first sentence. I'm still getting into the message here.
The first sentence is the big one.
Send it to me, Sean. What the fuck?
Okay, if you want, yeah, sure. Hold on.
And I will unmute myself so you can get my uncensored reaction. Sean. Oh, yeah, I'm not shocked by that at all.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you from doing this. But I'm not gonna role play it. So you go.
Okay.
You end up meeting with this guy, and that's probably the last anyone ever sees of this guy. And you end up, we'll say, $40 richer.
He won't take it.
All right, then this guy is just gonna disappear. So we're gonna jump into Friday.
Yeah. So
I think
Albert knocks on
Jimmy
Jimmy's
Tulip
fucking
is
van.
yeah. Oh no, Jimmy's in his apartment at this point.
Oh, okay. He'll go knock on his apartment.
Did
Not
you
like
say,
the door, just the
He'll,
whole fucking apartment.
Sean? You said your character was in the military, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
No, he was
just
a
got.
doctor.
For some reason, I had it in my head that he was a military doctor, but yeah, okay. So he just, he got, he lost his license for shady stuff, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, there were people in like ICU that were basically people that he viewed as scum, and they had harvestable organs that for people that were, in need of organs, and he didn't view as scum. So he would like sneak into the ICU and just like make sure that people didn't make it. And while they couldn't prove it, they basically got him on malpractice. And they got him enough on that, so he lost his license.
I see. I think that you know about things like body disposal and evidence and identity and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think this guy's just gonna disappear.
Okay.
All right, Friday. What do you guys want to do?
Not be going back to the boot and buckle.
Yeah, probably not.
no, he's he's knocking on my door, and so Jimmy will answer the door. And what year did you said it's 1977?
1979 when Alien came out.
Oh, bet. Okay, so Jimmy's got fucking Bob Marley playing on his fucking record player, and he's got a joint hanging out of his mouth, and he'll have his bass around his fucking neck, and he had been tooling around on it. It's not plugged in or anything. He's just kind of fucking around, and he'll open the door and be like, "Hey, fucking Albert, how you doing?"
I was doing a little bit better when I wasn't waiting on you, and I'll walk in.
I'm not feeling fucking, super awesome, right now, and I got a little bit of bad news. And he'll like kind of turn up the record player a lot, and he'll be like, "I lost the money," and he'll turn it kind of down just a little bit, and
You, well, I'm glad I didn't give you my money first.
yeah, I mean, I may have partied a little too hard last night, and
Me too.
well, I ain't got shit for fucking, gambling tonight. And I may have already done all the coke, so I can't even sell it, so I could make some money quick.
Plan hasn't changed. And I'll sit down on the thing. Like, I think you would be able to
Oh!
tell that he's being uncharacteristically forgiving at the moment.
Albert, fucking the Alamo. They owe us $100. I get 25 of it. We could go down to the Alamo and we could, try and see if the owner's gonna hand us over, the payment.
You can do that. I got 50.
Right. I mean, 25, 50, $75. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at.
I think you're good going in with 50. Get you 25 if you can. But I'd rather not blow literally every dollar I have on this. I had a
How do
good
you?
week.
Let me just level with you real quick, and he'll kind of like finger a little bass line, and he'll say, "I'm probably gonna blow it all, and maybe we'll get lucky." But you
Thought you
know
were good
me.
at cards, Jimmy.
I mean, I am pretty good at cards, but at the same time, when I got a good hand, if you got an ace up your sleeve, you gotta let it ride.
I wouldn't cheat for one, unless we can get the house to cheat for
I'm
you.
no, I'm not gonna cheat. What I'm saying, I'm using one of your analogies, and I'm saying that if I have a fucking
When you try to make an analogy, it comes more out like an anal udgy. Okay, so
that sounded way less smart than you normally do.
I know that was the point.
I just want to know, is your character shook at all, or is he really that like psychopathic and he's not even phased by what happened last night?
No, he like definitely has issues with what he's done, and like on multiple levels. But that's why he's not like jumping down Jimmy's fucking throat right now about losing the money.
Just curious. My head
He's
canon.
actively composing himself.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, here's the thing:
he's definitely a fucking psychopath, but he's not that much of a psychopath.
if they're playing poker, I'm pretty good at poker. One of my buddies, he once told me that I'm just the right amount of how the fuck did he put it? He said my face looked blank a lot of the time.
He said you had a poker face.
Yeah, maybe he said that. Yeah.
I pull out my I pull out my wallet and I pull out my $50 and I hand it to him. Does his face change at all?
Oh, absolutely.
I smack him. Bullshit. I take my money back.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, whoa. Was that some sort of a test?
No, it was a fucking quiz. What do you think?
Try it again on me. Try it again on me. And he's gonna like
I
make a real constipated face.
Jimmy, Jimmy,
Such an
Jimmy,
idiot.
not on the rug.
Holy shit.
What do you mean? This is my poker face.
I didn't know you sat on a porcelain throne while you played poker.
Such a moron.
Jimmy, Jimmy, change your plans. Change your plans. All right.
No, I promise you, this is gonna be fine. All right. There are some
All right.
things
All right. You know
that
what?
I'm good
You have
at.
you have a
No,
pack of cards
my
around here.
buddy
You have a
told me
pack.
that I know what it is. My buddy told me that I'm like a fucking idiot savior or something. Like I fucking save all
An
the
idiot.
idiots or something like that.
An idiot savant.
Yeah, I savant all the idiots.
You got half of that title correct. You got a pack of cards around here.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And
Let's
he'll,
play.
all right, let's do it. And he'll go and he'll dig out and he'll have to like merge multiple decks together in order to get a full one because he's probably only used these cards for drinking games.
Do they have
So
like
it's
But
like
I
some of them are
do-
fucking blue, some of them are red,
Oh,
some of
fuck
them are
yeah.
black.
some of them? Some of
Yes,
them are marked with
absolutely.
holes
And
punched in them.
he goes and he grabs a jar of peanuts from the cabinet, and he'll divide them up between us. And I do think though that Jimmy is actually good at cards.
Okay. So like I think while playing, Albert will pick that up and like if we can, like fast forwarding into it, like the last hand, and Albert's like, I raise you 2 nuts.
Jimmy's gonna look down at his cards, and he's going to look up at Albert, and he's gonna set his cards down on the table, and he's gonna push all of his peanuts into the middle.
I feel like at this point, like Albert doesn't really have that many left. And he's just like, why the fuck not? And just goes for it. I'm absolutely fine with just saying that Jimmy wins.
Sure.
I think Jimmy doesn't win. I think that he was trying to bluff you, and you called it. And he goes, "See, like I said, sometimes you got to let it all ride, and it doesn't always work out." But I know how to play cards, Albert.
Yeah, I get that. You just can't do it when you're trying. You can only do it when you're not trying. So you better go just wipe your ass to make sure nothing came out. I swear, like every once in a while, I get a little hint throughout playing that card. And I didn't know if you were farting or if it was just sitting right there on your ass. I don't know. Only you know, and I'd rather keep it that way.
You want some coffee, Albert? I'm gonna make some coffee.
Yeah, I need some coffee.
And I
Irish, if
think
you
we could
got it.
probably, I think we could probably fast forward to
Yeah.
this evening.
So which place you going to?
We actually
We're going
got
to
a
the
hookup
gambling
at
den.
the.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
We actually got the hookup for tonight at the other place, though.
You can pick whichever one you want. I guess it's just a
Albert,
matter of
Albert, we was gonna play cards tonight. Like I think that this is our best plan, and if he hasn't played all week, he's gonna be there.
Seems like this other place has got a schedule. How about this? We swing by the den. If he's not there, we go by the other place.
You got
Fair
yourself a
game?
deal.
All right.
But if we take care of this with a good amount of time, let's see if we can't double our money at the den, eh?
We play careful. If we break even, we'll leave it. If we're sitting under, might as well shoot.
All right, I'll make you a deal. I won't call if I won't go all in if I'm one on one with somebody. But anything else, I got to play my game.
All right. Just remember, you lose that money, you still owe it.
Yeah, all right. It's gonna be a good time though, and he'll laugh as they head to the den. And he is definitely wearing the gold bow tie, but he is not wearing the jacket.
he's
I
just
feel like
gonna go ahead.
sorry. I feel like he's wearing more or less the same outfit, but he's like wearing a hat and like changed up his like what shirt he was wearing and stuff.
Okay. You're just gonna knock on the door.
Yeah.
Two eyes appear.
The fucking baker's out. Big guy.
And this time, you see a second man at the door with him. They're sitting on opposite sides of this hallway, and the music is louder than it was the last time you were here.
I'll just go ahead and hand him my gun.
Before, all you heard was some jazz music and a low group of conversing. This time you hear like a small roar of people talking. You couldn't hear it when you're outside because there's a big metal door, but as soon as you go in, it sounds like it's popping. So they start frisking you. What weapons or items are you guys carrying?
I have my 45 and my boot knife. And my wallet.
Okay.
Jimmy wouldn't have worn any, like, he wouldn't have brought any weapons because he was specifically told that we weren't supposed to fight anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, with the second guy there, I think I'll give him my knife because, like, it's obvious security's tighter.
Yeah. Okay. So they box up your items and let you in. So you guys walk into this joint. I guess roll perceptions.
I assume that
What
you've
the
given me the money at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Jeez, fucking again. 8. I can't see shit tonight. I think perception has been my bad roll
3.
every time.
You rolled a 3.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Albert, you're taking this place in. You're particularly looking over at that bar, and you notice that there's a couple waiters behind it, as well as some. There's a couple bartenders behind it, as well as some waitresses out on the floor, and you don't notice the guy that you slipped the $5 to, and then Jimmy Tulip. You see your man, and he's sitting over at one of the end tables playing cards with a group of guys. I mean, this is the best you can do. It was kind of a blurry photo, but he's wearing, the same coat from what you can make out. No, he doesn't have I won't say the same coat. I'll say he's wearing the same hat.
He's gonna elbow Albert point, and then Jimmy's gonna immediately start making his way over to that table.
I'll follow and kind of sit at a nearby table if there's one empty.
There
And I
isn't
want to
one
listen
empty,
in.
but there are some empty seating around there's empty seating around the perimeter of this bar, near the music. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll go to some of that. Wave over a waiter, order a beer.
Okay. What do you do when you approach this table?
What are they playing?
I think they're playing Texas Hold'em.
He'll look up and he'll say, "How much is the buy-in?"
I don't know. I haven't played
I think 25.
poker.
I think 25 is pretty reasonable for this time period.
Okay. Yeah, I don't actually remember how to play. That's it's not your main guy. It's another guy. It's a skinnier guy, and he says, "At 25 to buy in."
He'll hand him $25 and he'll sit down and he'll say, "The name's Jimmy Tulip. I play in a little band called Los Scopino and the Feel Good Experience, and I'm pleased to meet all you guys."
Oh yeah, what you play? They are not looking at you. They are just focused on their
Plays
hands.
I play bass, play that bass guitar, slap at the bass, finger two things. I finger the women, I finger the bass.
When you say that, nobody looks at you, but you do see this guy's face kind of smirks. Oh yeah, the bass player. I know some bass players that are pretty good at cards. So, can you just jump in on a hand, or do you have to wait till they're done with their stuff?
They would finish one hand and then I could get dealt in, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to get to the end of the game. All right.
Because I'm
Once
assuming that this is like casino style, where you wouldn't just be playing against the uh, the other players. You would also be playing against the house.
okay. Once all the cards are thrown in and the money's collected, some of these guys light up their smokes, and the big guy kind of looks over at you and he says, I didn't seen you around this place very. I don't recognize you. You new here?
Is that at me or is that at Albert?
That's at you.
Oh, okay. I'm Jimmy Tulip. Just recently started to rub elbows with the right kind of folk. You know what I mean? Got a little bit of an invite, and here I am playing some cards.
He looks you up and down and he kind of nods and he goes, "Well, I like uh, I like getting new faces in here. It's challenging, you know. I know how to read all these guys, but and they all look at him and they start calling him out like, "Nah, you don't know shit." Like,
I don't
so they
know. He seems like a bit of a shock to me. You know what I mean? And he'll kind of punch him in the shoulder lightly. You know what I mean? Like,
so I there's something I forgot to specify. Um, this guy owes 20 grand.
all right, good to know, I
I
guess.
should have I should have told you that, but I completely slipped my mind until just now. And I was like, "Oh fuck, I forgot about this." Okay, so you're probably going to have to get him out of this
I
place
mean,
and
don't
or
get me
something.
wrong. Like, it's not like we're talking about a big sum of money or anything like that. Like,
The the other
fucking
thing is
pitcher of beers only cost $1 in this time period. So
the other
20
thing is
grand is like what?
the other thing is this may be a two-parter. You've made your connection. We could probably do the actual operation next week if you guys want to call it.
That's up to you. If you're ready to go, then otherwise I'm down with going for a little bit longer. I actually really enjoy. I didn't think that I would enjoy just doing just the three of us as much as I do.
Okay. Well, as long as you guys are having fun. How are you doing, Sean? Do you want to call it or no?
You're muted, Sean.
Shit. I mean, I thought I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, I'm good to keep going. I'm
Okay.
having fun.
All right. So they deal you in.
Dude, 1 second. By the way, did you see that the reviews that have been coming out for the Joker movie?
No.
They're fucking fantastic, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Like
excited.
like IGN gave it a perfect 10, and I am now so fucking excited for this movie. Anyway, I'm sorry. I get dealt
No,
in.
you know what? Let's take a second. No, yeah, I'm excited too. Especially when that last trailer dropped and I saw his performance. I honestly expected that the story might be dealt with a little heavy-handed because they're like, "What are you doing, freak?" and they're punching him and stuff. And I was like, "Is that reality? I don't know." But I didn't care. I just thought I just want to watch him act like a madman. And so when these reviews came out, I thought, "Damn, we're gonna get a good performance and a good story. Like, I'm in."
Yeah, I'm excited. Although I didn't watch the last trailer kind of purposefully because I thought that it was going to be a good movie, and I don't want to have anything shown to me at all. You know what I mean? Like I just want to go and see it now.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
But anywho,
All right, they deal you in.
I think he's going to be playing pretty aggressively.
Uh, you want to just do some rolls here? I don't know how. Let's
Sure.
see what we got here.
My first one's a 3, which I feel like is pretty good.
What are you
Ooh, a
rolling?
9, that's not great.
What are you rolling?
I'm just rolling the D10, right?
Okay.
I'm just rolling like a flat D10 to, fucking.
Then let me roll some rolls. What were your numbers?
I am about to give them to you. So I have a 3, a 9, an 8, and then I have a deuce.
Oh, that's not a D10. I was like 14. Holy shit.
Shit.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think you walk out of here with little more than you came in, but you didn't lose out. Do you want to? What's your end goal? What are you trying to do?
Oh, dude. So Jimmy is trying to ingratiate himself with everybody. Like, I think that he's probably had a few drinks, and at one point, he probably like walks up to the band and like starts like, "Hey, no, let me play the no. These guys want to hear me slap the fucking bass. Let me slap the fucking bass real quick." And probably gets up there and shreds a fucking sweet bass solo, and you know what I mean, like he's just doing his
I
Jimmy thing where
so
he just is a jackass.
I think because you've held your own at cards, because you have a decent ability to actually play music, and because you're kind of a fun, I think roll charm with advantage, and I think this is going to be a pretty easy roll, unless you like
Right
crit
on.
fail.
Unless I fucking botch this shit.
Yeah.
I got a 4 and a 1, a natural 1.
Okay. You have pretty well for one night. You have pretty well
Nice.
ingratiated yourself amongst these guys, and they are you're kind of as drunk as they are, and as well as you've performed, you've basically solidified yourself as one of the boys for tonight.
When he's gonna at one point go and like with a drink sit down next to Albert, and he's gonna kind of elbow him in the ribs and kind of go like, "Eh."
I think that if you, because of how well you've performed in getting yourself in, I think that if you were to bring Albert into this group with you, they would just accept him at this point, even though they haven't interacted with him.
He's totally going to do that. Like at one point, like bring him over, like, "Hey, hey, fucking Billy. This is fucking Albert, dude. I I fucking love Albert. Like, you don't even fucking understand how much I fucking love this guy. He's fucking great. And you're gonna fucking love him, Billy. And I fucking, we're all fucking family now, the
They
fucking
pull up.
feel good experience."
They have a waiter pull up a chair, and then they like start handing Albert drinks and cigars and stuff. Like, hey, you want one of these? You want one of these? You want to play? You want to? What do you want?
I muted myself again, I think. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I'll light another cigarette. Uh, like, yeah, I'll play a hand. I'm not all I got's a dollar though, beer money. I came to watch.
Roll. You guys roll to d10s again.
That's fucking
You want
garbage. I
us to
rolled
roll
an 8.
4 of them again or just one this
Just the
time?
one.
All right. 8.
Okay. What did you get, Sean?
8.
You guys lose hard for this round. So that was a good intro. They like you a lot now. They're like the new guy that can't play cards. So what is your guys' plan? What are you thinking? Where do you want to? How do you want to get this guy? What do you want to do with them?
I think that Jimmy has an idea, and he's gonna say, "Hey, I think I'm gonna have, I think I'm gonna fucking hit the road. Albert, you're my ride.
Ah,
You ready?
come
Oh, I
on.
know. Hey,
Well,
hey,
you know, we got.
wait, whoa. There's a fucking. You guys ever been to the fucking that titty bar? Albert, where's the fucking titty bar?
Not here.
Well, yeah. I mean, god damn it, Albert. No, hey.
I just
You're
smile and
breaking my
light up
heart
another
here,
cigarette.
Albert. You're breaking my heart. No, there's a fucking club for the, the fucking the gentlemen's, and
Oh yeah.
you gotta, the one,
One of
uh,
the big guy, your target, gives a sly toothy grin, and he goes, "Oh yeah, they got big ones. I guess I've like fluctuated between New York and Texas. He's gonna be a Southern guy. He's gonna say, "Oh yeah, they got big ones or what?"
oh,
Nice.
the fucking biggest tits that you ever fucking seen. You fucking guys want to fucking meet up with us tomorrow night? We're going fucking, we're going to go get some titties in our face.
He's gonna
They,
kind of give another sly grin and go, "I mean, I got time." He looks at one of his guys and gestures, and the guy nods.
You guys want to go? You want to go to tonight?
Hey, what are we gonna do? Play more cards? I mean,
Albert, we going to go to the titty palace or what?
guess he's not
that
Texan.
works for me.
I mean,
What we
one
gonna do?
extra isn't a, two extra is a little bit more than I thought we was going to get, but we're on the right road.
Two of the guys are gonna be like, I don't know, I should probably call it a night. But him and his buddy are both in, and he says, "Yeah, boy, let's get some titties up in our faces."
You guys want to ride?
No, no, we better take our own
Oh
truck.
no, what the fuck, man? No, you gotta fucking. I got a couple of joints up in Albert's car. Don't tell Albert. He'll get all mad at me and shit.
Albert just like
And
looks at
Jimmy's
him.
being loud as shit, like right
He
next
said
to Albert,
he looks at you.
obviously.
He looks at you and goes, "Couple joints is a good start. You got anything else?"
Well, me and a couple of girls did all the blow last night. But I know a guy we could probably go and find some tonight. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Let's
I
start with
pull. I
joints.
pull.
Make it a fucking adventure.
Start,
Let's make no.
let's
I
start with
won't take no for an answer. Let's
I
make it a
pull a
fucking
bottle out of my.
adventure. We're gonna
While he's
buy
going
some
on.
fucking hookers. He's got more fucking booze. We're all gonna be fucking.
I don't.
Not that kind of
I
bottle.
don't
Can I
think
get
it
a
was
cig-
that kind of a
Give me
bottle.
a fucking cigarette. Give me a
He's
fucking
gonna-
cigarette.
I'll give
He's
you.
gonna
I'll
look
give
at
him a
it.
Fucking
cigarette.
cigarette.
Sean,
And
you-
Jimmy's gonna
Yeah.
light it the wrong way.
as he's blathering on, you see this guy's eyes lock on this bottle, and they don't move. He's just staring at this thing.
I put it back in my pocket, and I'm like looking to where he would be. Like I look at him like eye contact.
He kind of grins.
Pick your poison. We can go for a ride, or we can meet you there.
He looks over at his friend, and then he goes, "Ah, hell. Let's do this thing."
Let's do this fucking thing.
All right. They all get up. He takes his coat off the chair, and they're gonna follow you guys.
Okay. So to
So
the
I think
car. To
I think that
the
Jimmy
Bertmobile.
will really lead them to a guy that they can buy some coke from
Yeah.
first, so that it doesn't seem suspicious. But then I think he's gonna let Albert take over, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So these guys are getting coked up in the back as you drive them to where?
Oh, take him to the place. Here's the thing. Their car's back at the other place. So they're going to need a ride back.
Okay.
Again, Jimmy is just letting Albert take the fucking lead, and Jimmy's just gonna be the party. And
Okay.
oh, by the way, I think that we probably spent $5 on blow.
Oh, this guy's gonna fund the whole deal.
Oh, dope.
Shit.
He's
Yeah, it is.
He's done well tonight. So you guys get to the strip club. He has a hell of a night. There's more drinks, probably some pills, and where are you taking him after?
Are they pretty fucked
He's-
up?
Yeah, and he at this point he's kind of saying, all right, boys, I think I better call it a night. I gotta do some things tomorrow, and
I got
probably
you.
about time
I'll
to
take.
head back to the rig. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. We'll give you a ride back. So, like he'll pull his bottle out and he'll look and it's like down to like 4 pills, and he'd be like, he like grumbles kind of internally, but at the same time he's like, one more for everybody.
Fucking A. You know Jimmy Tulip, he fucking parties.
I hate him so much. Okay, these guys popped their last 2 pills, and are you really taking them back to their cars?
No,
Okay,
that was to make them not pay attention at all and maybe fall asleep.
What the hell does this stuff do to them?
Oh, Quaaludes? It's like barbiturate.
It horse
It's like a
tranquilizers.
benzo. It fucking puts you out. Like it's a dissociative.
Like if you stay awake on it, it makes you like really fucking what's the word?
Cocaine is an
When you
upper, right? How do those two counteract each other, or what? How does that work?
I mean, Coke doesn't last long enough to like super counteract it. That's the thing, is like if they've done multiple ludes and drank, even if they've done some Coke, they're probably at this point getting pretty, just like Jimmy is. Like Jimmy is definitely like passed out in the front fucking seat. Like he every once in a while he'll wake up and be like, no, I'm fucking good. I'm fucking good. Albert, I'm fucking good. And he'll just kind of
like out. Albert will just kind of like flick him in the side of the head when he's like that. And he's like, shut up.
All right.
And I'm gonna drive out to that abandoned warehouse.
I'm gonna do a let's see here. I'm gonna do a couple rolls here.
Which Albert did not take his.
Oh, you're not. You're sober-ish.
Yeah, it's sober-ish. Yeah, he definitely partook enough to be a part, but with those last 4, he's definitely saving that last fucking bill.
Can I just say, Sean, that I am so happy that we, without any meta talk or anything like that, just fucking did. Oh man, that was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like, because if you can't tell at this point, he definitely has a drug problem of his own. It's just very different from Jimmy's.
I rolled poorly on both of them, so they are both passed out.
All right. So I'm gonna roll up to the abandoned warehouse. And
Did you
when
take
when
them
we
to
were
the
there,
place where you first met the job guy this
yeah,
episode? Okay.
yeah, that place. Because it's just like there's nobody fucking
Full
around. This
circle,
place is
Brian.
abandoned, right?
Yeah, this
If
whole
there's a
thing's
fucking
abandoned.
gun in Act 2,
So I'm gonna wake Jimmy up, and I'm gonna make sure I have my hand over his mouth so he doesn't just immediately start making a bunch of fucking noise.
he's gonna look at you and he's gonna nod and he's gonna go to the trunk and pull out the rope that we would have probably purchased from the hardware store.
Yeah, I because I'm gonna
And
need
he'll
help
hand
moving
that
this
to
big
you,
fucker.
Albert, because you're small though. So
Yeah,
since Jimmy is strong as fuck, he'll bring
I
them
need I
both
need you
inside
to haul the guy
individually.
out. I'll tie him up. And you said there was a chair in
Well,
the
there's
warehouse,
two of
right?
them. We've got to get both of them out there
Oh
and
yeah,
tie
but
them
the
up.
other guy's littler, right? And he's just as fast the fuck out.
Yep.
All right, so we get the big guy out. We make sure he's tied up good first. And whatever rope we've got left, we've got left.
There are 6 chairs in this warehouse,
Okay, we'll probably only need one, maybe two.
and there's a old table.
Okay,
So,
so
Albert, I'm thinking we probably should do the damage to his friend, right? You know, get some good
depends on how much they
intimidation
care
going.
about each other. If they
Well,
care
we'll
about,
find out, I guess.
we'll find out. First things first. Actually, GM question: do we know how much money he owes them?
20 grand.
20 grand.
20 grand. So I don't suppose he has 20 grand in his pockets.
No.
All right. So we will take whatever he has in his pockets because that's the down payment. Or
It's gonna
I'm
be
sorry. I won't speak for Jimmy. I will take what he has in his pockets. If Jimmy wants to hold it, that's fine.
at this point he's down to a hundo.
Okay. We'll take the hundo. It's like 0.5% or something, I think. Um, uh, get him into the warehouse on a chair, grab the other guy, uh, put him on a chair back to back. Actually, no. Could we? No, yeah, back to back, definitely. And tie him up too.
Um, the friend wakes up as this is all happening, but he's pretty groggy and he's just kind of what's going on. The big guy.
We gotta get you to a chair, buddy.
The big
You're
guy
not doing
wakes
so
up.
good.
The big guy wakes up and he's actually pretty conscious and he says, "The hell's going on here?"
As you see, you're not doing so good. You were convulsing and shit. We gotta get you nice and secure. And this is totally for the other guys, like to just hear this, because like he's probably not very coherent,
He starts
and like
looking
things
around.
go in a little bit easier than they come out. So
He starts looking around and he says, "Where the hell are we?"
uh, this is hell, I don't know.
What the fuck?
I sit the other guy in the chair and start tying him up.
When he sees that, he's gonna. Did you already bind him before we woke up?
Yeah, we
Oh,
would have
yeah.
tied him up before we even got him inside. He's the main fucking
Okay.
dude.
So he sees that and he starts trying to move and he's becoming more like aware of his surroundings and what the hell is going on as he comes out of this unconscious state and he starts.
I wouldn't struggle too much.
No, he doesn't listen. He's thrashing around
And
violently.
definitely don't
Jimmy?
scream.
Jimmy, and I'll hand him my gun. Quiet him.
Jimmy will hand you back your gun and he'll start unbuttoning his button-up shirt and take off uh
Not the
his
nose.
fucking What do you mean?
Not yet. Not the nose. Just
Yeah,
make
all
him
right.
stop
And
moving.
he'll go over and kick him in the fucking stomach as hard as he can.
um, you kind of knock the wind out of this guy for a moment, and then when he comes back to it, where he has a voice again, he's just like, he spits on the ground and he goes, "What the fuck?" And he's thrashing pretty hard this time. He didn't
He'll
really
kick him
phase
again.
it.
This guy's name is Billy, right?
The main guy's name is Richard Granger.
Richard Granger. Okay. Dick, 20 grand.
What?
20 grand, Dick. And I'll finish tying up the other guy.
20 grand? I ain't know nothing. I don't know shit about 20
Don't
grand.
play stupid, Dick.
Y'all don't know who you're messing with here.
We
Y'all
know
about to be
exactly
in
who we're
some
messing with.
real trouble here.
Jimmy's gonna
Really?
kick him in the stomach.
Lay off, would ya? Listen. I'm serious about this. Like, y'all don't know what you're playing. This ain't no game here.
I'm gonna start smacking the other guy, like, awake, kind of.
He starts to come a little bit more too, but he's still groggy.
Would appear that your friend here needs something to draw his attention away from sleep, and he's gonna take out his boot knife. And they're back to back, so I don't even think he can see him. But he's going to take it, and he's gonna start just like gently poking it under one of the fingernails of the guy, just to like grab his attention.
The guy starts screaming.
Oh,
Hey, whoa,
well, we got a
whoa.
wuss here.
All right. Just tell me
You
who
awake
sent
now?
you. Tell me who sent you. Tell me what's going on. 20 grand. Like I do a lot of transactions. I got a lot of money. I don't know what y'all want.
You owe a lot of people 20 grand, Dick.
Oh, what are you talking about? Who are we even talking about? I don't even know who you guys are.
Answer the damn question, Dick.
I don't. Listen, I ain't.
He'll kick him in the stomach.
Could you just?
All right, Jimmy, hold off, okay? Lay off. We need him to be able to talk. I'm gonna give you 6 seconds.
I
to
ain't
tell
the
me.
best. I ain't the best bookkeeper, all right?
How many people do you owe 20 grand to, Dick?
Here's the thing.
1,
I don't always know
2.
who people are working for, you know? Maybe if
That's
I
not
owe-
important, Dick. How many people do you owe 20 grand to?
I don't know. Listen, if I owe Mickey over on the left, 10 grand, and then I owe Pancho on the right is fucking 20
20 grand.
then
One
there's
person. One group. Whatever. One conglomerate. It doesn't fucking matter. Not 10 grand here, 10 grand there.
But what if
Who do you owe 20 grand to?
Listen, this is how this business works, all right? Fucking if I owe 110 and 120, but they both are under the same employer, the employer could be telling me I owe 30 and I don't even know who they are. It's hard to sort out, I'll admit it, all right? I got a bit of a gambling problem. I don't know always where my money's going, and I kind of dug myself a bit of a hole, and I'm serious, though.
Who's
You
this?
guys...
Okay,
don't-
okay, Dick. Okay. Makes sense. Who's this guy, Dick? This guy that you should back.
That's Howie.
You known Howie long, Dick?
We go back away. We've done some jobs together.
Your friends? Your family?
Sure, yeah, no, wouldn't call us family. No, we're associates.
I'm gonna chop off one of his fingers.
Holy shit! The guy starts screaming, and he's full consciousness, and just like Richard starts protesting, and probably starts trying to like.
I take the finger and I hold it in front of Richard. I walk around and I hold it in front of him.
Fuck! Fuck! Holy shit!
You owe 20 grand to somebody, Dick. And frankly, I don't care who it is. But until we are damn sure that it's going to be had and quickly, I'm going to slowly start making my way through your friend. And when I run out of him, I'm going to start going through you. Do you understand?
He's going to continue to go on about how you guys could get in a lot of trouble for this, and there's going to be hell to pay.
Dick, look around. Does this look like heaven to you? And I'll like toss the finger in his lap.
Jesus Christ! He backs up and tries to push at his chair and get it off of him, but and he's still straining at his ropes, and he says, all right, listen.
I'm listening.
I can get you the money, all right. Fuck. I can get you the money, I just gotta think. Give me a second.
Why do you have to think, Dick? Why is this so hard? Do you not have the money?
No, I got the money.
Is it not easy to get?
I got a lot to sort out, all right. This money wasn't for you.
Let me sort him out. I'll fix him.
We need his brain to keep working, Jimmy.
I ain't gonna hit his brain.
If I give you this money, what am I gonna give the next guy, huh?
That's not my problem. That's your problem. Now, if you want to be in more of one piece by the time that guy comes around, I would, work along a little more quickly.
He's sweating profusely at this point, and he's gonna say, all right. All right, I can take you to some money.
Now, who is this someone?
No, not someone. Some money. I got some cash. It's buried, but. Fuck! You guys are really screwing me over here. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this.
It's all right, Dick. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll like walk around in front of him, and with like an unusual amount of like compassion, he'll be like, "It's okay, Dick. We'll get this figured out. It'll be all right. You'll be able to go home, take your buddy with you. Sure, he'll be a finger down, but you can live through that.
At this
And
point,
you have time, because you know you're fucked, and it's good to know you're fucked.
At this point,
because if you know you're fucked, you can plan.
At this point, his partner is just saying, "Just give him the money, Richard. Oh my God!" Bleeding all over.
I'll make sure that like the wound is staunched. Like I'll like pull out some cotton or some shit that I'm sure he's got.
So here's my fucking concern, and I think that this is the only good way to play it. Albert, you go with Dick here, and I'll stay with Howie. And if Albert isn't back in an hour, lad, me and Howie, we're gonna do some bare knuckle boxing, and well, Howie's down a knuckle.
All right. And like Albert will straight up like legitimately take a few minutes to like show him like the medical stuff that he has in his bag so that he can make sure that Howie doesn't bleed out and shit like that. Like in full view, just explaining this, like if he starts bleeding more, you need to change it. You need to pull this off, put it there, wrap it with this.
Man, why are we fucking around with this? And Jimmy will pull out his lighter and start heating up a knife. We'll just
That'll work
fix it
too.
right now. That's a thing, right, Doc? I saw it in the movies. Better yet,
Well,
give me a
as
bullet.
it stands, look, Howie, I did you a favor. You have the good luck that I know a little bit of medicine. So this finger here, and I'll flop it around in front of him. If Dick here gets you in time, it gets me the money in time, and gets me back in time, you can actually have this reattached. It'll be a little stiff, but you might be able to get it put back on. That's why, Jimmy. He might be able to get his finger back. And like he's saying this very condescending, not condescendingly to Jimmy, condescendingly to Howie.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah, right. What are you thinking,
Now, if you do
Howie?
have to go about fighting, you'll
You want to
probably
fight?
break the socket, and well, it'll be no good. But then again, he won't be any good anymore. Right,
At this
Howie?
point, Howie is just blubbering and wheezing, and he's saying things like, "It's not my money. I didn't do shit."
It's just bad luck, Howie. It's just bad luck. Maybe you make this out. You make it out of this. Maybe you go. You go down to Mexico, find a nice place, new girl, what have you. People make new lives there. That sound good, Howie?
He just blubbers.
Good. And I'll uh I'll take the extra ties that we did that put Dick in the chair, and I'll undo them. I'll be like, all right, fat man, hop, 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 hop. Take it to the car.
You have your gun trained on him or anything?
Not at the moment,
Okay.
because he's still tied.
Yeah.
Like he's just not tied to the chair anymore.
I think he's going to oblige.
All right. Now, when we get in the car, I will definitely make sure that my gun is quickly and easily accessible to me and not to him.
Okay. So
I
he
think that
starts.
this is the perfect place to call it.
All right.
Paulie just shows up like, what are y'all doing?
The only reason that I think that this is the perfect place to call it is because like we had, a really fun, like lighthearted romp, and then we got into some really dark shit, and I feel like it'd be fun next time to kind of start on some dark shit and then roll into the silly.
Works for me.
Yeah, and Albert is both almost out of cigarettes and has only one more of his
We'll
lewds
leave we'll leave
left.
Stevenson on a nice cliffhanger.
There you
Nice.
go, Steese.
Dude, I
All right.
think that that was fucking awesome. Like, I think that that fucking, like, that is something that I would have been proud to put on fucking, like, LCPD and D.
Yeah.
Like, not just our YouTube channel. Like, that was fucking great. Like, I didn't even want to interject because Sean was just, man, like, you were so intimidating and frightening, and oh man, it was so fucking good.
Thank you very much.
Creepy bastard.
I do creepy good. Like that's my one thing I do good apparently.
So before I stop the video, do you want to quickly go over your recommended revisions or recommendations
I
for?
just want to know why you hate Jimmy Tulip, Brian. How can
What?
you hate Jimmy Tulip?
I love Jimmy Tulip, but I don't want to be friends with him.
What do you mean?
uh
I Dude, Albert is a lucky fucking guy because he gets to be friends with Jimmy fucking Tulip.
And like Jimmy's like so friendly that like Albert talks down to him all the fucking time, and they're still
Oh,
friends.
dude. And like friends to the point where Jimmy will kill people in order to protect you. Like,
Yeah. I feel like
it's a
Albert would
great
definitely
dynamic.
kill people too, to protect him too. So long as it wasn't like a really, really stupid fight to get into. Like, oh, there's 25 guys and Jimmy's running at them. Albert's probably gonna be like, I'm sorry, Jimmy, you're fucked at that
Well,
point. But
I don't think Jimmy would do something that stupid, but he'll definitely do dumb shit.
rolls a 10 on his perception, sees one dude.
Right?
I think that
Jimmy, you fucking idiot.
at
Sorry.
some point in this game, I think that you guys are gonna have to meet Donald Dealey.
I
Yeah,
agree. We
Don
should get
Bewley.
Don in here to play this for a fucking game or two, although he might be working this late.
Yeah, like if he's working, he would be working, but like he was off tonight. Uh, he was actually just waking up around the time that we started. Uh, told me to have a nice game, or have a good game. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm stopping the feed. You can give your critiques to Steese in text or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, like
Sounds good.
I didn't really have anything that generated